Alright YouTube, how about the state of the shack? We're in the very beginning of September, hurricane season as you may know. We just had a near miss with one about a week ago. I got 4 more of them out there in the tropics doing their thing. So what's been going on here in the shack? Well, not too much. Actually, there has been a lot going on, but it's been so quick and I've been so busy, I really haven't had a chance to film it. So let's start. Honda, still doing good. I just recently posted a video how to change the oil on that. Got the big giant Can-Am here. This thing is the size of a bus. It's actually a 2-up. This is mine. I think I had it in the video, I'm not sure, but basically the Argo I had, I traded for this. This needed a transmission. I put one in there. I should have filmed it, but you know, I got excited. So this runs and drives fantastic. I am going to do a video. It needs the 4-wheel drive actuator replaced. It doesn't work, or something doesn't work. But I went and got this one from a guy parting one out. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. It lives in here. Start this one up, you can hear the thunder. There's a bee in here. Ain't Mr. Wasp angry? Something else I've been dealing with in here. Bees living in one of the walls keep coming out, coming after me. Alright, I got a story with here's here dirt bike I got. It's a little 70cc. It's pretty much clapped out. Put a carburetor on it and it kind of runs. It doesn't really have any compression. If you like walk it, you can get it to run for a little bit, but as soon as you let off the throttle, it stalls out. Major blow-by out the case, major smoke out the exhaust, the engine's clapped. I'm probably just going to put a 125 eBay special on there. So the story with this is, I have to look back, I don't think I included it in the last day of the shack, but let me go outside where you can hear. Let's see. I'll show you. White golf cart's here for now too, by the way. There's a lot going on back here, but we'll get to that in a minute. I'll get to this in a minute. And we'll start back here. I've got this brute force Kawasaki. Alright, this is a 700 or 750, whatever. Long story short, I saw this and a twin of it. They had a guy in Baton Rouge selling this and a 650 that was black. $1,600 he had them listed for. Said they didn't run, they needed fuel pumps and batteries, or carburetors and batteries, all that. I'm like, oh, you know, that doesn't sound too bad. Man, you know, I think I'm going to get a hold of him. You know, I had the money at the time. I was like, you know, fix one, sell one, and they'll pay for the other. That kind of thing. Well, I go there, and they're not in Baton Rouge. They're in Lafayette. And they're not at his house, they're at a storage unit. So, you know, spur of the moment, I go meet him. It's like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. I get there. You know, I look at them, look them over with the flashlight. The tires were flat. You know, it looked like they'd been sitting. So I'm thinking, okay. Fuel smelled really bad. Of course, batteries were dead and everything. Pulled the dipsticks, looked at them, you know, in the headlights. And, you know, it was dark, but I couldn't see anything. But, you know, it looked okay. It didn't look milky, any of that. I couldn't see anything. So I'm like, yeah, I'll take him. So I talked him down a good bit. He was suspiciously flexible on talking down the price, which, come to find out, was for a reason. So I get home. I work on the 650 first. Just, I don't remember why. I think it was first in the row. And that thing, I get it to start, it starts up almost instantly. You know, carburetors are good. Major knock. Excuse me. Corona sneeze. Not actually, but... Well, anyway, Major rod knock. Pull the dipstick and it stirred everything up. It was just Glitter City in that oil. So I sent him video of it to the guy, and I was like, "You have anything? You know anything about this?" Message got deleted, and I got blocked almost like 2 seconds later. Just boom, gone. I was like, "Yep, he knew about it." So he swindled me. So I'm thinking, well, maybe I can use that one for parts and fix this one. So come over here to this one. Took a little bit more effort to get it to run because I think the carburetors on this one are actually nasty. But I do in fact get the start up. I had to take the starter off the other one because this one's starter was bad. And it doesn't have a rod knock, but it's got spun bearing. Squeak, 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 squeak the whole time. There's bees living in that. I just saw one fly in there. So spun rod on this one, or spun bearing, one or the other. Another thing on this one, the whole front axle's taken apart. You see it doesn't even have a hub in there. So it needs a diff and axles at least. And then of course the engine rebuilt. So I'm still debating what I'm going to do. I mean, Kawasaki 700 would be pretty nice, but I do have a Can-Am 800. And this is actually not mine, it's my brother's. This is an 800 Renegade or whatever. He just picked up a couple days ago. I will be shooting some videos with this because this one is video worthy. So he bought it from a guy we got over in Gulfport. You know, it needs a starter, you know, that kind of deal, which it does in fact need a starter. I've got one sitting in the shed. I might even change it today, I don't know. But he had supposedly just gotten it back from the engine builder and rode it for the day, and literally we're going to meet him after he was done at the mud park, so it's all nasty from that. Let's see, I'll go over all the things that are broken. The winch broken, didn't work. We disconnected and removed it because it was all wrapped around. The light bar in the front doesn't work because this was the switch for it, but it's now hooked to the electric fan, which apparently the battery died again. Zero brakes. This one thing that kind of aggravated me about the guy is he was bragging, you know, with the Can-Am, maintenance is key. That's what he said like twice. Well, you know, I go through the brakes. Every master cylinder's empty, so I'm thinking, you know, someone bled them, or, you know, anything could have happened. Who knows? Maybe he got water in master cylinders, whatever. Put fluid in it, starts dripping out by all the wheels. So I go down thinking maybe they left the bleeders open. Nope. They ran the brakes all the way down to the pad, the metal, through the metal, and through the pistons. They literally wore the calipers out all the way down. So every caliper on this thing is ruined. Maintenance is key, remember that. Well, there was that. So another problem we noticed is it might be built. It doesn't sound, you know, any different than mine. Mine, the guy said, was built. Which mine, it does have a little bit of a low-pit idle. This doesn't. This just kind of runs normal. So it might be built, it might not. The front head is a different color. He did say they changed the front head because it got messed up. My brother ran this thing about 4 full sends across the parking lot, and it started overheating enough to where the radiator cap was singing. So, brings more questions. But, you know, we'll see. Another thing that's clapped out on this, that's me moving the handlebars. Tie rods are completely clapped on it. That's another thing that's bad. So, the more I dig into this thing, the more of a half-sided deal I think my brother got. I mean, drivetrain wise, it seems like it's okay. Oh, and his is stuck in 4-wheel drive. Mine is stuck in 2-wheel drive. So, at least his front-wheel drive does work. Alright, we're going to move on from there. So back here, I have a lawnmower I bought from somebody. It was at his mother's house. It hadn't run in a while. Well, it doesn't run because it has no compression. Something's wrong with the engine internally. So put a new carburetor on there and it blows back through the carburetor like psh, psh, psh. So basically this thing, I don't know what to do with it. I put it up for sale. People want to get it from me for free. The transmission, deck, all that's still good, so I don't know. May take the motor apart and experiment with it. I mean, I can't lose any more money on it. Finally, this one on my friend Nathan, Bullseye Nate 231. He lives right not too far from here, and right down the street somebody had this out on the curb with this free sign on. Well, the sun's eating it, but you can kind of still see it. It had a free sign on it, just sitting on the curb, just like this. He called me. I was at home. I think I had just taken a shower or something. It was evening or something. I don't remember. He was like, "Hey man, I just drove by. They got this four-wheeler out. Just letting you know." Hopped in my truck, came by, looked at it. I was like, "Free is my price." Threw a ratchet strap on the front of it and drug it over here, just like that. So I don't know anything about it. It was all taken apart, like all the bolts are out for everything. Carburetor was taken off, you know, all that. So I imagine it didn't run and they tried to, you know, get it running. The engine spins freely. You know, nothing seems locked up. This is a Kawasaki Prairie 400 automatic full-time four-wheel drive. I know that I can jump the solenoid out and spin it over, but I don't have any spark. So could be a wiring thing because I can't find in the harness where the key is supposed to go. I was just jumping the solenoid just to see. So that could be the problem. It could need a coil, and it probably needs a carburetor. Oh, and petcock for the fuel tank is missing too. But it's not too bad. And, you know, I think it'd be a pretty solid four-wheeler for somebody. Told my friend he ought to keep it once I fix it, just pay for parts. He said he didn't want one like this, he wants a different kind. So, we'll see. But this is, you know, pretty far back on the list here. It's not super far back. Gonna fix his four-wheeler first, at least get it usable. Gonna fix this one probably next, or maybe the lawnmower. One or the other. At least get this one where it starts and moves. And then finally I'll work on that Kawasaki. I'm thinking I'm going to put that Kawasaki in long-term storage just so it doesn't sit out any longer. And work on it maybe this winter when I'm bored. I don't know. But I'm going to have to pull the engine and rebuild the whole engine. Might be a cool video. Who knows. These are the tires for the AMC. I still have it. It's out front. Haven't done much on it. I put a brake master cylinder in it. I got it running and moving. But it needs all the brake lines replaced. It needs 3 more tires. And I think that's about it. And then I'd be able to get it registered and drive it on the road if I want to. But, you know, matter of time. Ain't too many things to do. And the white golf cart I said isn't going to be here very long. Supposedly somebody's going to be trading me a boat for it, so I'll have a whole nother list of projects to do. But that's 14 minutes of me rambling on. Still waiting to get, you know, moving on a new building. Maybe eventually this year, hopefully. But yeah, so like my videos, comment, rate, subscribe. Have an awesome day.